And there I was, peeing on his floor. 'Tis the season to be TMI, fa la 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 la. Hi there, I'm Roux. Welcome to my video. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. And I thought I'd brighten your day with a funny story of the personal kind. That sounds weird. Of the personal kind? Who am I? A formal pamphlet? But yeah. So I thought to myself, it would be funny, and it would probably make you laugh, if I told you a really funny story that happened to me. It's a dating story. So I met my boyfriend on Tinder, and it was going really well. We're still together. I know, it's one of those where like actually Tinder worked. It's amazing. But in the beginning of our relationship, it was before we were like officially boyfriend and girlfriend. We were just dating and we were having a sweet time. So background of the story is I was not aware that you should always pee after doing naked gymnastics with someone. Because if you don't pee after, you can get a urinary tract infection. It clogs up your pee hole or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's what happened to me. But I didn't know, so it started off slowly with me just feeling like I had to go to the bathroom a little bit more often, and I was just like, oh, okay. But then it got progressively worse and worse, and I was just like, okay, this is really weird now, and I just kept like being like, this is strange, what's wrong? But I was trying to ignore it. I was trying to be like, it's probably fine, it's probably nothing, it isn't happening all the time, it's probably just me drinking too much iced tea per usual. So this one evening, I had been over at his apartment, and we had been doing some naked gymnastics together. And, you know, we were snoozing in his bed. That's the thing, too, like, the reason why you don't really think about having to go pee right after doing naked gymnastics is because you want to sleep after. You're cuddling and snoozing and chilling together. He had gotten up and he was outside of his apartment room. He had a room in an apartment he was sharing with a bunch of people in a communal sharing situation. And he was outside in the kitchen talking to his roommate. And I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I have to pee. Like there's no tomorrow. And I didn't make it. I got out of bed and I'm like, oh my God, I have to pee. And literally it was just like 10 meters away from his bed in his room to the next room where the bathroom was. I couldn't make it that far. It was just a lost cause. I managed to get off the bed, although there was a tiny drop, okay, I have to admit, guilty as charged, a tiny drop of my pee got on his bed, but at least I managed to get out of the bed for the most part, and there I was, peeing on his floor. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's not over fast. Like, you have some quality time alone with yourself while you're just standing there peeing. Time slowed down and I got to have some quality time with myself, thinking about how I was a grown-ass woman standing in my crush's bedroom peeing on his floor. When I finally finished peeing, it was so much, it was like Niagara Falls going on. I was just standing there in shock. I was so mortified. And I could hear them talking in the kitchen, and I was just like, what do I do now? And this is one of those times where your brain goes, you're an adult. Adults handle this like adults. Adults go and tell people about it and do adult things. And, you know, you're gonna handle this like an adult. I found that very difficult to do, seeing as he was in the kitchen with his roommate. I just imagine myself coming out of his room, pee all down my legs, and just like asking for cleaning equipment in front of his roommate. I was just like, this is gonna just destroy any sort of romance, because I'm just gonna be that one weird girl he met off of Tinder who peed all over his floor that he talks about with his friends because his roommate witnessed the whole thing. And I was just like, I can't do it. Then I remembered that I had brought my own towel, because I'm a towel fiend. I use way too many towels. And my boyfriend didn't, well, he wasn't my boyfriend then, but my future boyfriend didn't have that many towels. I mean, he had a reasonable amount for one person. But again, I'm a towel fiend. I'm a germaphobe. I'm just like, if I use this towel, it will never be touched again until I wash it. So I brought my own towel and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like dry this up with this towel and put it in a plastic bag and put it in my backpack. So I did that. And I was just like, okay. But I still have to ask him for cleaning supplies because there's pee on the floor. I wiped it up, but there's still like pee on the floor. But then I remembered that I had some fancy ass makeup wipes, the kind with like charcoal that smell really nice. And I'm like, yep, that's what's going to happen right now. I could do the adult way of going outside and asking him for cleaning supplies, or I could clean his floor with makeup wipes. And that's what I did. And I was just like the whole time praying to the universe, just like, please don't walk in here. Please don't walk in here while I'm doing this. Please don't catch me doing this. It's so weird. I can't explain this. I can't explain this to myself even. This is, no, I have such a crush on this guy. I really want to be with him. I really want him to be my boyfriend. This is going to destroy everything. And I was just cleaning it up, and I cleaned up the tiny drop on his bed, and I was just like, okay, I have now gotten rid of the evidence. The crime scene is now uncrime scened. There is no evidence of my crime. So I put my clothes on and I, wiped myself off, cleaned myself off with these makeup wipes and this towel, and I was just waiting for him to come back. And he does. And I just go, I don't feel well. And he's like, oh, are you okay? He's such a sweetheart. He was just, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, I have a tummy ache out. I felt so bad about it lying too, because I don't like lying. I don't like it at all. And it's just like, I felt like I was just like, oh my God, I'm lying to him now. I'm a terrible person. First of all, I peed on his floor and a tiny drop on his bed, and now I'm lying to his face. I'm a terrible human being. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna ask my mom to come pick me up. I don't feel well. And he's like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you sure? I'm like, yes, I am so sure. I'm so sure. I need to go home. So my mom picks me up and we go, it's not an ER. It's not like an emergency room. It's more like an on-call doctor that you can go see if you're feeling really poorly and, it's in the middle of the night. So we go there and they have me pee in a cup, which was ew, not nice. I'm a germaphobe. I don't like public bathrooms. I did that and they checked it and they're like, yep, you have a UTI. It's, normal. And here you go, have some meds or whatever and drink some lemon juice because apparently that helps with having to pee. It does. I don't know if it's a placebo thing, but it worked. And I felt better, but I still didn't want to tell my boyfriend. I was just like, yeah, I'm all good now. It's all good. I just want to make it clear, though, that if there was any chance of me having something that was, like, contagious or something, of course I would not have, like, not told him or anything, but I knew for a fact that that wasn't what was going on. I just thought that I had, like, a bladder problem. But yeah, it was a UTI, and I got it fixed, and then I waited for so long to tell him because I was afraid that he would not want to be my boyfriend if he knew that I had peed on his floor. But yeah, I ended up telling him, even then I was like, yeah, I was just on the floor. I'm so ashamed. Why did I lie about that? I don't know. But I was like, it was just on the floor. And then, he was like, but did you clean it up? And I'm like, yep, I had wipes. And he's like, oh, okay. And then a really long time later, when he went back to his hometown to visit his parents, I had sent him a card that said, please don't open me until you get there. And it was like a little flap that said, by the way, a tiny drop got on your bed, but I fixed it though. Please don't leave me. I love you so much. Yeah, I don't think he actually would have like broken up with me, but I was like so infatuated with him and I was so afraid that if he knew that I peed on things, and the extent of my crime, my sin, he would just think that I was gross and weird and, yeah. So, but it worked out in the end. We've been together for almost 4 years, so imagine that. You can meet someone on the internet and then pee all over their things and still be in love with each other. Love is weird like that. I hope you enjoy this story. I hope it made you laugh. I find it really hilarious myself, in hindsight, not when it was happening. It was one of those things where it's like, oh my God, I'm never going to tell a living soul about this. But now it's really hilarious and I hope it brightened your day and that you got a good laugh out of it. So yeah, please come back. Thank you so much for watching. You're awesome. And yeah. thank you for coming. Thank you so much to my wonderful patrons, Catbra, Madalena Wurska, Ono Balloons, Ellie, and Very Floppy. If anyone's interested in becoming a patron, there is a link below. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by. Okay, love you, bye. See you later, alligator.